Oh,
Okay,
cool.
up next we have Cosmic Goddess Reverend Jen Beldy Post, also known as the Awakener. She's going to be talking about your soul plan chart reading, why you incarnated at this time, with cosmic energy updates on your contracts, and as well as doing a planetary update because we got the new moon in Libra today, as well as Rosh Hashanah coming up, as well as a lot of things going on in the planets. So she is a renowned channel for the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, and the Starlight Beings, the Angelic and Spirit Guides, and Light Language. She works with the highlight of the Alakali, and she's an Akashic Record Reader. Her abilities include being a Reiki Master, Teacher, Starseed Galactic Teacher, Spiritual Counselor, Angelic Heart Healer, Tarot Reader, and does your soul plan blueprint. I recommend a lot of people to her who need direction. She integrates all her abilities and studies that awaken, empower, heal, and balance your life and your journey back to oneness. She offers a really great show special while she's here, as well as afterwards, and she's a lot of fun, and enjoy her for the next hour. And join Hannah York right now in room number 1 for your experience. In room number 2, we have the free and reduced show prices in the booking room for the psychics and healers. Welcome to the stage, Jen.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Wow, we got Mercury retrograde full force, right? With all of the electronics kind of going a little bonkers. People having a hard time coming on. The internet just lagging. You know, there's just so much energy that we are all working and dealing with. We have incredible shifts that have been occurring really this entire year, but I'm going to give a little back story on, you know, the summer energies and how it's all leading up to the year end shift and how that's going to influence you. I'm going to talk a little bit about the soul plan, which is one of my most favorite things to teach about because it is just such a wonderful reading to have that can assist you. It's like a lifeline. You know, if you need understanding to why you are here and why you have the relationships that you do, what's your purpose here, what's your mission, maybe perhaps why you repeat the same cycles over and over again. I mean, this reading is vast. It is one of the most important things that you can gift yourself to have. I've seen the most incredible transformations with people, and even with the healers and psychics who attend this event, they've had their soul plan chart done, and you can see the shifts with them stepping into who they are and what they came here to do, and owning their power and their multidimensionality. So what I'm going to do is go a little bit about, and then I'm going to do little sample mini readings so we can pick some numbers, and I'll go through 1 or 2 of your own frequencies. And so you can start to really see how important all this is. All right, so let's just do a quick little back update with everything that is happening in the world and the frequencies. You know, we all had a really powerful summer. Very, very busy, but just energetically, it was really powerful. We had the major shifting of the 8-8 portal. And during that time, and if you're not even aware of what the 8-8 portal is, or the Lion's Gate it's referred to, you know, maybe you can sit here and listen and then contemplate how that had affected you in your summer, how it played its role. So it's where the Orion and the Star Series and the Giza pyramids align. And what this does, it creates this incredible portal between our world and the great central sun. So we're receiving so much light. It's like a double spiritual light, the Sirius, great central sun. So this helps us to have pristine clarity. You know, we're all moving through things in our life that need to be revealed so we can heal it, so we can break these patterns, break these cycles, so we can live a life of bliss, of love, of connection, not of struggle and not of chaos, and this is really where even the soul plan will shift into this and play a part in all of this, because we are here to heal our karma, to clear our karmic, patterns. And this last year has been all about a major review in our life of what is not in balance and how can we make the necessary steps with the information we have and what we're given, so we can make these course corrections. So this summer was all about course corrections. What was not working in your life, what is not serving you and your purpose, and how to make the necessary changes. So if maybe you relate to this in other ways, but for me, it was with my personal relationship and, moving forward in a timeline where I want to bring in more deeper love-based connections. So the summer with the Lionsgate was all about that. It put a fire under us to really start addressing the tools, addressing the issues, or I should say, in utilizing the tools that we have from the information so we can make these course corrections and really step into the life that we know we deserve. I do connect with my channel, the Highlight of Alakali, and I get a lot of information for the collective, and I shared that all the time on my platforms to help keep you guys informed of what is going on and why you're moving through all these cycles. So like I said, we started shifting into this major life review around 8/8, where we were just taking in an inventory of our life, of what is not working and what we need to do to shift, and heal and really obtain what we came here to come to enjoy, a life of connection and harmony and all the beautiful things that this planet offers and all the beautiful connections. So we have that. So that's been a major, major thing. September was all about the cycle, like we were graduating all of this work that we've been doing this past year, and especially through the summer. It was like a graduation of an end of a cycle. And 9 is divine frequency. It's a divine number, but it's also the number of completion. So many people were moving. Many people were changing their jobs. Many people were ending relationships or just even their own cycles within themselves. So this is where, heading into the year end, because we don't want to take all this baggage over to the new year. We want a fresh start. So that's why we've worked our tails off this year with all of these cosmic shifts and the astrological events. They're all assisting us. And the 9/9 was about taking our power back. Now, I always tell everybody that when I do these talks, or if I do other, events, that at the beginning of the year, my channel said this was going to be the year of power. To who or to what you gave what you are giving your power away to. So just take a moment. Just take a moment and think, like, have you thought about that? Have you made maybe not even conscious, changes, or the conscious thought of where you've been giving your power away, or to who you've been giving your power away to? Because this is the energy of this year. So this is why, with the Lionsgate and moving into the 9/9 energy, the September, the cycle of closure, it's new beginnings. It's, 9 is divine completeness. It is now you're ready to move on to the next cycle. So think about that. Think where you've given your power away. Maybe it's to anxiety, to maybe not feeling like you have a voice, You know, maybe you're giving your power away to a boss or to a husband or to a wife or to your kids. Like, where are you giving your power away? You know, what's the reasoning behind you giving your power away? So this year has been all about that. So just take inventory. This is a year of inventory to see, like I said, what is not in harmony. We need to correct, course correction. Okay, so everything that's not been working for you through this whole life review this year, where you're giving your power away to, it's all coming in to clarity, right? So with clarity, what can you do? You can take necessary steps to make the necessary changes. Now, we have the 10-10 energy coming up, and that is going to be about transmutation, working with the violet flame and the violet light of the 7th ray. So I know many people who are here work with the violet ray, the violet light, as I do. I'm going to be offering a channeling on 10-10 as we're going to connect to the violet ray. And the violet ray, what it does is helps to transmute that is not working, like not high vibration. So anything in your field, anything in your body, anything in your life that's not of the highest, this ray helps to begin the process of transmuting that. So that's beautiful. If you can actually see over in the top of where my aura, you can actually see there's actually violet energy just talking about the violet ray. So this is a very powerful month of October that we're going to be working with. And it's about mirror reflection. Think about what 10-10 is. It's a mirroring number. It's mirroring back the light and the dark, right? Your shadow self. So this is going to be another month of looking a little bit deeper into our shadows. And our shadow self are all those things that we don't want really others to know about ourselves. You know, maybe we're jealous. Maybe we're being really run by our ego and we want control and, you know, or maybe jealousy or insecurity, you know, all those things that when we put a mask on, you know, we all have masks that we put out for the public, you know, for us to have that face. But then our inner self, our inner thinking and our inner feelings, those are our shadows. So this is going to be the next couple of months leading up to, you know, January 1st, we're going to be doing a lot of energetic work, okay? So just to wrap that up, it is a very intense time. You guys are all here because you are ready to go to your next level of awakening. That is what I am here to do through the soul plan, through the modalities that I offer here in my entire practice. But I'm going to share with you a little bit about my soul plan and how I even became awakened and how this incredible system, which is based in ancient Hebrew, Gematria, where we take your birth name and we convert it into frequencies, because your oversoul, your higher self, let's say your higher self, your soul wanted you to come and reincarnate, to have an expression, to have a reality, to live out this incarnation, understanding what you came here to heal, transcend, and ultimately what your soul's mission is. And that is where this reading will help bring you that information so you can, one, understand who you are in totality, why you make the decisions, and the choices that you do. Why do you have you know, your spouses in your life, your parents, your siblings, your children, your friends, your bosses? Like, what are they representing? What are you learning from them? And ultimately, and actually, this reading will reveal your psychic abilities too, because we're all psychic. We're all part of source. We are not separate. We only begin to think of that as we go through our human life, that we are separate from source, God source, however, universal source. And as we journey through this life, we come back into that knowing that we are source. So with that, every single person here has healing abilities. Every single person here is intuitive. It's just the level of your consciousness, where you are at in your energy field. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a screen share. Hold on one second. Okay, beautiful. There we go. Okay, so there you have it, my friends. This is my soul plan. Now, I know it looks crazy. There's a lot of information that we're looking at right now. So first off, we want to recognize that this is the Star of David. The Star of David is, of course, it's a Jewish symbol, but it's not just that. This represents your multidimensional energy field. Remember at the beginning in my introduction, I said I'm an earth and multidimensional guide. So I help assist you on your earthly journey, but also it's you stepping into your multidimensionality, which is what we all are, which is because we're all part of source. So that makes us multidimensional, right? So this represents the Merkava. The Merkava is a divine wheel. It's our chariot. It's what helps us to travel multidimensionally. So I work a lot with the light language and the light body activations and helping you to step into your light body. This represents your energetic field, your light body. So we travel multidimensionally. As we raise our consciousness, as we raise our vibration, we begin to build our Merkava, right? Which is the Hebrew version of Merkaba. Some people call it Merkaba or Merkaba. I like to pronounce it the Hebrew name, which is Merkava. But nonetheless, it is a wheel of light. It is a chariot. It's our ascension vehicle, how we step into our higher self. And if you look at the triangles, there's two triangles. There's one triangle pointing down, one pointing up, right? This represents the divine human being, right? So you're bringing in the earthly aspects, which are the triangle going down, your world, the challenges, your talents, and your goals, and the spiritual, the triangle going up, represents the spiritual challenges and talents and goals, all that you're going to face and navigate through in this lifetime. And you will have experiences and relationships according to what you see here in front of you. Well, this is my chart. This is what my reflection and my experience will bring. So your higher self, your soul gives you your name, just like your soul decided that you were going to come through the incarnation chamber and that you were going to reincarnate. And you're going to be born on a certain day and you're going to have a certain name. You're going to be born at a certain time because it's going to start building your blueprint. This is another blueprint reading. There are many blueprint readings that you can have, but this is one that will also assist you understanding your lifeline. Okay, so this blueprint reading here is your map, and these symbols and numbers on the chart all represent something. When I had my reading done, which was about 10 years ago, it was through the death of my son. That was not my son, my son's friend, I should say. That's what awakened me. And when he passed, I had only met the boy for about 5 minutes, but when he passed, his soul came to me and was telling me that he was my son in a past life. And I had such a soul connection with this boy, but even only meeting him for 5 minutes, was a little hard to understand even that concept when I was moving through that. But nonetheless, he was my awakener. He helped me to literally be here today in front of you guys, because it's all been a process of me awakening into my soul's mission. But his death was the catalyst. We all move through something that happens in our life that begins to call us back home. This is why when I talk with people, I say I help people journey back to oneness. Remember before I said about that separation from source, we come and we're born, we're separate from source, and our journey begins to reconnect to ourselves, to embody our Holy Spirit, our higher self, and then, of course, in that process, source, because we are source. So his death shattered my world. It blew me open to all of my spiritual gifts that I had. I started seeing spirits and hearing, them speaking to me. And I really went through a nervous breakdown of understanding, what was going on and why I was becoming so sensitive. And it put me into major panic attacks. I had agoraphobia, where I had difficulty traveling and, leaving my house, all of these things that are reflected in my soul plan here. But he nonetheless was my catalyst. So during that time, as we awaken, right? We awaken maybe through a divorce, through a death, through a disease. Some of us have near-death experiences. I've had five near-death experiences where I've almost exited. And it's in my chart. It's actually the 11-2 vibration in my chart, in the worldly talents position. So even the experiences like that will be revealed in your own personal soul plan chart. So a woman comes to me in a bookstore, and I was looking at an angel book, because at that time when I was having my awakening, Archangel Michael kept coming to me, and I never saw angels before, but it was like descending, his energy was descending into my room when I was sleeping and introducing himself to me, said that I named my son after him, and my son has part angelic frequencies, as do I. And this is where I honestly thought I was losing my marbles. So this reading was really crucial for me to have at that time. But nonetheless, I was looking into the archangels, and I was at the bookstore, and a woman just comes up behind me, and she starts chit-chatting with me, and we start talking, and she introduces me and says, I do these soul plan readings, I think you should have one. And because I was having all these synchronicities, I just went with it, because I knew this was being divinely guided, just like you guys are being divinely guided here to be on this show and to listen to this talk. So I went and I had my reading, and it was everything I've ever thought. All those limiting beliefs, all those little shadows that we want to put in the closet, not to anybody know, was all right there. And I've started to begin to understand why I had the relationships that I did. And I'm going to go through now a couple of my vibrations before I start bringing you guys in, and you can have a little sample yourself. Is going to be fun. But let's just look at my chart. If you see that I have 2 repeating numbers. Some people will have repeating numbers in their chart, and that just means that your soul wanted you to focus, a little more focused intent to tap into that energy in this lifetime. I have the 4 4s, so I'll get to that and what that represents. Now, the worldly challenges and the spiritual challenges are really going to be emphasized in your life. Okay, so they're going to be something that you're really going to feel moving through. It's going to be a prominent karmic healing for you. So you're going to have karmic relationships that reflect what you have in your soul plan chart in these 2 positions. Now, each vibration has polarity, has duality. And the reason being this is because we come in the 3rd dimension. We live in a realm of duality. So that's light and dark, good and bad. So each vibration is going to hold that. So you're going to move through things, and you're going to experience the challenges within that vibration, but you're also going to experience the really good stuff, the really wonderful stuff. And just depending on where you're at in your life, you can be stuck in this cyclical pattern for your entire life. But I've seen people, and I've used this chart for myself, where I've taken the information and the understanding that I make these choices based on what I have in my energy, in my soul plan, and how I can change my life. Remember, I said in the beginning about course corrections? This reading will no doubt give you many course corrections, because the information is just incredible that you will receive. So my first vibration, I'm just going to give a couple examples so we don't take up too much time. But my first vibration is the 17-8, right? So now when I converted my name, it puts out into this system, and now this is my energy field. So all of this here that you see, all these crazy squiggly lines, that is actually light language symbols, writing. So I speak light language. It's something that I wasn't even aware of when I had at the time of this reading, but as I did my work and my healing work, and I grew my Merkava body, right, that energetic body, that's when I started speaking the light language. So that's just another example of how you will shift with where you are now in your energy field. And then as you grow into more of your multidimensional self, all these incredible things will start to happen, and you will have a different reality. I have a completely different existence reality than what I did 10 years ago when I had this reading. When I had this reading, I was stuck in a marriage of abuse, which is my first challenge, my worldly challenge, the 17-8. This is literally called slavery to dominion. It is where I'm being held back by expression. So that symbol there, the first one that you see in that position in that triangle with looks like a tongue, this represents the throat chakra, expression. And then we have the 8 energy, which I'll get into. This is a combination number. So I have 2 energies coming in that are making up this one vibration that I am working with. So I had chronic strep throat when I was with my first husband, because he was so dominating that I couldn't express myself. He would only allow me to look a certain way, talk a certain way, act a certain way. And it would create all these blockages, not only in my physical body, because I got very, very sick with autoimmune, because I was being held back from expression. Now, this is where these readings can help you with medical conditions as well, bringing up this understanding, because every vibration in your chart is connected to a body part, even to an organ. So this is where we hold in energy, and the more we hold in energy, the more it builds up. If you ever heard that expressions, issues in the tissues or within the tissues, this is what that is about. This reading can help release the emotional karmic trauma that we are holding on to in this lifetime, and others too. That's a whole other story. But so he was very dominating. And that's what this was about being held back from my expression, dominated childhood. So I had to work. Hold on, I was just muted. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, somebody just muted me, so I don't know. Is it still good to keep going?
You're good.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so this is about being afraid to speak. It's Mercury. Speaking of Mercury retrograde, right? So a path of initiation. I had to learn to step up into my power and not be dominated. And eventually I wound up leaving my husband, which took 16 years to do that, you know, to break free from the chains of that relationship. And it honestly, this vibration is an initiation. So I know many people, when I do their soul plan charts, they are working with this vibration because it is about us learning to speak our truth. Now, my next vibration, the 11-2, I'm only going to do a couple, and then we're going to bring a couple of you on. My 11-2 vibration at the bottom of the triangle is my worldly talents. This is the death to life vibration. This is why I have had 5 near-death experiences. This is about going through these spiritual deaths, whether they're spiritual or actual physical, to be reborn anew. That is a geometric shape, right? So what did I say about this reading? This is our Merkava. Our Merkava is a geometric shape that holds all of the geometric shapes in the universe. Okay, that's Metatron's cube right there. So very powerful, 1111 Metatron. So I am here to go through these spiritual deaths to rebuild my emotional structure, to be resilient. But when I do these readings, I will tell you how this is going to affect you in an earthly aspect, because we are, humans, but then also in a spiritual aspect. And this energy here in a spiritual aspect, I have a whole mentoring healing arts practice. I help people rebuild their own emotional structure, right? So it is now, this is where part it helped me change my career, where I was an esthetician for a very long time. I had all these death and these rebirths to help me become more stable in my emotional body and then help others. This is a counseling energy. So many people who do all forms of counseling will have this vibration in their chart too. Another thing, this is death to rebirth. I have a lot of experiences with helping souls cross over before they are even aware that they're going to cross. Their soul will come to me and visit me, and I will begin to help them through that whole entire process that they go through when their soul leaves their body. That is something I had no intention, no idea I was going to be a part of, but this was also another aspect of my soul's journey and what I'm here to do. So there's so many levels and layers that when I do your reading, that is going to come up, for me to explain for you and how it's going to impact you in your relationship and your soul's destiny. That number in the middle. That number in the middle really packs a punch throughout your existence. It's like everything your soul wanted you to achieve and then some. Okay, so when I do your reading, I will go through each one of these positions and I'll be able to tie it all into literally how you are living your life and how to make the necessary changes that you want. Just on a fun note, just to end it, and I'll take some samples, do mini readings. My 10-1 vibration here in the center is the angelic frequencies. Now, if you remember in the beginning of my talk, this was when Archangel Michael was communicating with me and telling me I was part of the angelic frequencies and that I work with him and the legions of angels, that I named my son and he's part of it. Like all this, beautiful stuff when these angels started coming to me. But this is the angelic frequency. So when the woman who gave me my reading, I started to cry. I started to cry because it just was a profound understanding of like, okay, there is rhyme to this reason. There is, I have a plan. I have an understanding. I'm not going crazy. It really just helped me be more at peace. And it gave me the power of saying, okay, I got this. Okay. And she basically said, she's like, you're going to do these readings. She's like, you're going to be on the world stage with them. Your whole life's going to change. And I kind of wrote her off a little bit. I was like, okay, sure, we'll see. And wow, 10 years, fast forward 10 years later, became an interfaith minister. I have a whole practice that I'm doing. I work with the angelic frequencies through the IET system, where we clear out the pathways in your organs, dimensional healing, Reiki teacher, channeler of the Highlight of Alakali. I mean, I have completely looks like I've changed my identity from other people's views and perspectives, but in truth, I stepped into who I am in totality. And that is power, that is empowerment, and that is where you begin to live a life that is just incredible. Okay, so with that, I know I have more I can do on that, but I do want to give the opportunity for a couple of you to get a little tasting of this energy in your soul plan chart. So I'm going to pick a number from your 1 to 30. And if you guys can put in the chat bar, I'm going to open up the chat bar here. I'm going to write down a number. If you put in the chat bar from 1 to 50, a number, take a guess. 1 to 30, and whoever is on it or close, I'm going to give you a little sample, okay? So the chat bar is open. I do have that up on the screen. So here we go, counting from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3. Just put the numbers in there. 2 and 1. Okay. So do we have, how many we have here?
A couple.
Okay. Okay. So we have 5. Okay, we have 34. My number was, if you can see it, 23. Okay. So with that, Anna, can you place your name, your birth name, as it's spelt on your, as it's written and spelled out on your birth certificate? It has to be your original name. Now, there is another reading that we do offer after you have your original name. Is called the overlay name. So if you change your name, if you're adopted and you know your name is changed, or you get married, that's going to be called an overlay name. All right, and that's additional frequencies that your body is utilizing. That we can also do business profiles. If you guys are naming want a certain business name, we can put it in the system to see what energies you will be utilizing to connect with your vision. Anna, I need your full name. If you have a middle name and a last name, it's not just first names. As it's written on your birth certificate, it has to be the exact spelling. So I do a lot of business readings where people are wanting to even name a course or change the name of their business. Even your domain. When I changed my domain of Mind, Body, and Spirit 3, I changed it to Jen Beldy Post because it brought in different frequencies of what I wanted to connect to my vision. So that's where I even chose my domain name. Okay, so Anna has her information here. Beautiful. Anna, you don't have a middle name?
I do, Jen. You probably know me. My name is Anna Alexandrovna, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, hi. All right, so do you have the middle name though?
Alexandrovna.
Alex, all right, can you write out your whole name in the chat bar? Because that's what I was saying. Has to be your whole name. One letter can change the entire plan. And then you'll be getting a whole different, the plan that's not for you. This is your whole, okay. So
Hi.
then
It's Wendy. I just don't know how to open a chat bar. So I couldn't even put in a number.
oh, okay. On the bottom of the screen,
Yeah.
there will be, hold on, I'm going to stop sharing here a second. Okay, on the bottom of your screen, you're going to have where you have your mute, just tap your screen or move your mouse over. There's going to be the stop video. There's going to be the participants, and then there's going to be a little bubble for a chat. It says chat. But in the meantime, I'm going to put in Anna's name.
Do you see it, Wendy, on the bottom of your screen? It looks like a little bubble. It says chat. Just click on that. Left click.
No, I don't see any bubble. I've just got pictures of the people in the chat room, I guess.
Are you on your phone or computer?
I'm on an iPad.
It's right next to participants, polls, shared screen, reactions.
I'm gonna do these in caps, it'll be easier.
We can do tech support on the side. Vicky can meet you in your room and help you. Okay?
All
Or
right.
Okay, Vicky?
All right.
Okay, so Anna, what I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna bring it up. Oh, look at this. Wowee. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna do a screen share so I can bring up hers. Nice. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Anna, if you can just take a quick look at those letters, because I am dyslexic, which is in my soul plan chart as one of the challenges that I will be working with. So I'm always trying to work with the extra assistance for, you know, typos and stuff like that, because my numbers and letters they all get jumbled up. So if that is good.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, my love. So look at your chart. Oh my goodness. Okay. So in your chart, you can see that you have 2 double numbers, right? Can you take a look and see that you see it in your spiritual talents and your worldly goals?
Yes, it's 8,
Right?
8.
8, 8. Yeah. So this is going to be a little more emphasis on your energy with this vibration. This is clairvoyance, by the way. You have the psychic ability of clairvoyance.
I do.
Okay. Oh yeah. But
For other people, not for me.
well, yeah, but you know what? This energy brings in patterns. It's one, you're an empath. Okay, so you're no doubt, this is an empath, energetic, elemental, earth connection, big. You are big into connecting to the earth. So being outside is going to be really nourishing for your soul. It's going to be really one of the things that you're going to want to do to help clear all that empathic energy, because you can just take things on. This energy, the 8-8 energy, is about, you're like a chameleon. You can shape shift and be with one type of group of people and then hang with another group of type of people, perhaps. But it's the healer energy. It's the mediumship energy. It is, you're going to have people, I don't know if, I'm sure this makes sense for you. Did you ever notice that people are going to come up to you and they just tell you their life story and they just want to just share everything with you because you are grounding? This is a very grounding frequency. You're like a grounding rod. So just even being around you, you help transmute what they're going through. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like
Yes,
being,
they told me that.
right?
Yes.
So people are going to share with you their problems because Anna's energy field is so wonderful that I just want to be around her. And the touch, I mean, the touch that you would have would just help them. But this energy too, because it's about, remember I said clairvoyance, but it's also, that's in the spiritual aspect. Now, I'm definitely not going to have time to go through all of these and go through the polarities of each and the specific positionings and how it affects, you know, your life, because we're on a very, you know, time limit here. But this is about you being able to recognize patterns. So you can really look into a person, like a person's eyes, and see truth. See, yes. You know, are they full of it? Are they telling the truth? Are they not a nice person? It's like you can really look into the windows of their soul and go deep. This is deep spiritual sight. But with that, you can also see patterns. This is about seeing your own patterns, like your own cycles, and seeing other people's cycles. This is fantastic for counseling. It is escapism though. So with this, you have to be careful of any type of escapism. Maybe this is, escapism can be many forms. It could be, you know, of course, drugs and alcohol, like anything to escape, you know, the experience or feeling. Because you're such an empath, some people with this will put up a wall because they don't want to feel everything, you know, or they're afraid to speak or show parts of themselves and be vulnerable. So
Okay.
this can be something that, you know, you'll be a little more maybe protected. And I've seen many people with this really connect to animals and really love animals. I've seen even people who communicate with animals on a psychic level, you know, with this energy. So this is vast. It's a lot of people with self-sacrificing careers too, teachers, healers, doctors, people like who do what I do will, you know, it's serving, you know, it's what, can I ask what you do?
Yes, I'm a biologist. I work as a researcher in a lab, study anti-aging and neurodegenerative diseases. And as a personal character, I'm everything what you said is true. I'm very big empath and have healing ability, and my voice, I can heal by voice. I don't know how. I just look through the eyes. It has to be sunlight. I go through your past lives and through your origin. Like I just feel like many.
Well, that's interesting. Like you
images.
said,
And then I
past
do-
life, right?
It's not exactly. It's like who you are, have been, and who you are now.
Yeah.
And then you kind of remove all this
Blockages.
blockages, right? And then
Yeah.
I do one sound for each person, just one.
Well, you know what's
connects-
really interesting too, because your 18-9 energy is past life energy coming down into the earth realm. So that's, and then you have the 9 energy, and you have the 9 energy in your worldly challenges. And that's right there. You are here to serve the divine and will. It is a dragon energy. It's the Leo energy. It's a very protected. This is about taking power back in this lifetime. So, and having a stable, powerful energy. So you're going to help people. Not only you're going to go, like, this is how I explain this, is like, you're going to go through all of your parts of, you're a catalyst. You know, I mean, this is the 9-9 energy is a catalytic number that is here to, you're going to obviously go through major changes, stepping into your power. It is a mediumship. This is another healer energy. So you got now 3 in your chart, not to mention the others that you have that are profound. You got the 11-2 counseling. That's that whole restructuring thing as well. But the 9-9 energy is, you're going to come to such a belief in yourself in this lifetime. So now, even karmically in past life, if I was like to do like a dimensional session with you and tie it into your chart, there would be a past lifetime where you've given your power away and you've had to learn power, and you've come here to correct it and stand in it and then show others where they've been given their power away. It is a serve, and you will be served power. So some people will have like disempowerment when they're younger. This is connected to the kidneys. So you can either have like weakness in the kidneys, kidney stones, or if you do like acupuncture, you might have, you know, maybe even years ago, weakness in the kidneys, and hopefully you build up that as more as you step into your power. You're going to step into that kidney filtering strength, like what it symbolizes. And that symbolizes you filtering out what is not appropriate. Okay, so it's like you really coming into, stepping into, you know, who you are. in this lifetime. It's really about you reclaiming your power.
That's
So,
what I'm about to do now. Yes.
oh,
I should
lovely.
start. I mean, I was thinking that I should start also heal people with a voice. Just give them one sound which puts them in resourceful condition, in completely, you know, shining mode, powerful mode, what they can.
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
Well,
but
you're
I did
pulling
that.
in the 2-9, you know, so it is about, I mean, you got the 18-9 and you got the 9-9. And so you have that, you know, but if we were to do the whole extended one, you'd be able to see like your spiritual challenges and your soul's destiny. I mean, that's your soul's destiny is really profound about you're here to make major change in people's lives. Major change. That's the divine frequency right there. Like the Blessed Mother, the you know, Kuan Yin, like the divine feminine energy right there. So I mean, we're talking major healer with all of these frequencies.
You got it. I work with Mother Mary energy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So do I. Yes, but this is the divine frequencies, the divine mother frequencies. So, which is really, a lot of charts are having this now because we're in the Aquarian age, you know? Okay, so I'm ready to go. I think I'm getting flashed.
Yep, we got to wrap it up. We got our next speaker.
Thank
I like that you did that, Sherry.
Good.
That's great, because you know, it's like, all right, I know she's going to do something, but that's perfect.
Good. All
right.
right. So let's wrap it up. And Jen's available for sessions. She will
Yes.
be. She
We could
has
do
her-
mini sessions today too, so at a major discount. So awesome.
Great. And
Good
then
stuff.
she'll be back in the playroom at 6 to 5. What time? 5:30 to 6. What time were you on there? Jen.
Usually I'm 5:30 where we were talking about that.
But yeah,
so,
today you're at 6 to 7. Right?
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so thank you, Jen. Normally the door prizes go to people that have made contributions. I don't see
good.
Wendy on stage. I don't see any names that I have down. Wendy, Michelle, Lynn, anybody else VIP who made a donation. Those are the VIPs, they come first. If not, then we can just open it up and you can offer it to a few people that we have here. And if you're already,
and I just want to add too, like these readings are 170 normally. For the fair, they're 111, which is about shifting your consciousness. So I would take advantage of the sale price for sure.
and you do offer it, yeah. So you can also find her information on Healers Network Virtual Fair all the time, and you can also go to her website and put your number in the chat from 0 to 100. She's going to write down a number. And if you already won a prize, you cannot win again. So Anna, if you already won with Bhavna, you can't apply again.
Oh,
But you
that's
definitely,
nice.
you cannot.
I cannot. I should.
Cannot.
I can-
Right,
Okay,
but
sure.
you can go have an appointment, you can go finish up with your appointment with Jen since you already got started, so.
Oh.
So, all right, so guys, anybody would like to win a session with Jen, put your number in the chat, go to the bottom of your screen where that little, looks like a little bubble. Click on that with your finger, it will take you into the chat, go to the bottom and just type a number into the chat.
I love your new office, Jen.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Look behind you. I love it.
Oh, look, I got so many goodies.
Look, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Look, 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 look. I love all your Christ consciousness. You're talking the 9 9s. I'm 999. I'm all kinds of.
Oh, yeah, the divine ratio.
Yes, yes. And,
Love it.
looking at that,
Mary,
shamanic.
Mary, put your number in the chat so we can see if it's between you and Jeannie. Or Jeannie's gonna win. Mary, Jeannie, anybody else? Okay, so it looks like Jeannie is the winner by
Yay.
default.
There
I'll
you
take
go.
that. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome. All right, so I'll put my information up there too. You can check my website out. I'll do a,
Everything's in the chat. Everything's
oh,
in
it
the
is already. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
on it. We're on it. We're not going to spend any more time typing anything. We've already been posted. Everything's up there.
Perfect, perfect.
All right, so go follow Jen. If you want a session, go to room number 2 or see her at 6 o'clock in Playroom number 1. Thank you, Jen, for being here.
Thank you. It's fun. Thank you, guys.
All right.